Yeah, press F in the chats for the Trudeaus. I guess they're getting separated or something like that. Maybe I would care more if I actually gave a crap about modern day marriage. Like, seriously. Okay, I talk about this stuff quite a bit whenever there's a high profile marriage that explodes. And normally it's, oh, okay, just take a look at that broad who's like approaching 40 thinking that she can do better. When just take the Tom Brady situation, who's doing fantastically better, even though he's deciding to shack up with somebody who's approaching 40. It's like, Tom, you could literally have a revolving door of 18-year-olds, and you pick a washed up old model. She's 5 years younger. What is it? Arena Shake or something like that. I think she's 37 or something like that. I seem to recall the numbers because really that's all I care about. But she's 5 years younger than your old model who's out there on the stroll right now just going, I'm fine. I'm happy that Tom found somebody. It's great. I definitely made the right choice. But no, you had a chick there thinking that she could do better. You had the pinnacle of accomplishments when it comes to Tom Brady. I'm not even a fan like that, but I do appreciate high level of accomplishment. And here you have, what's the former Miss Trudeau, Sophie or something? I think it's Sophie. He's the leader of my country, regretfully, okay? He has had a decade of decadence ruling this country and driving it straight into the ground. And I don't even know the first wife's name, which is kind of a W for Justin. Then at the same time, if I got to hand out W's to Trudeau, oh my God, this is just it's a lost cause at this point in time. But yeah, the marriages that you see blow up that I normally talk about, it's normally, a complete winner, okay? Somebody who's just at the top of their game, and then women thinking that they can do a little bit better. The grass is greener on the other side. And here you have the other side of this equation. You have Trudeau. He is arguably, like if you put all the world leaders in a basket, okay, like no homo when we say any of this, he's like, you kind of know just by me saying no homo. It's like, okay, who else is on there? His maybe boy toy, the Emmanuel Macron. Like the rest of them are pushing 80. Like of the top, you could say top 5, maybe top 10 at least. Top 10 at least world leaders. Most influential people that are out there. Somebody who is the actual poster child for what it's like to be a leftist husband. To be the perfect partner that's out there. And not even somebody who crosses all of those T's and dots all of those I's. Can hang on to a happy, healthy marriage. I'm telling you, man, being married is a full-time job. You have to continue to be that guy regardless of the scenario, regardless of the situation. You got to be on top because these chicks today will always try to better deal you, regardless if you've been married for a month, a year, a decade, or even 2. Those constant shit tests will pile up, and then one day there will be the straw that breaks the camel's back. And here's the thing, we don't really know what that straw was that broke the camel's back, nor am I all that interested in. Honestly, if we can affix our tinfoil hats here for a second, I kind of think that this is half-assed staged just for Justin Trudeau once, polls eventually do come back. And now that we're getting some verbal chirping on both sides of the aisle, his partner in crime, Jagmeet Singh, getting called out on live television, being called a piece of shit, Trudeau getting heckled every single place that he goes. I think, like I said, tinfoil hats on for a second. He's going to use this as an opportunity to politely step down as we get closer to an election, or maybe the idea that the NDP are just going to go ahead and dissolve that working agreement that they have. He'll just step down so he doesn't have to face an electoral butt-fucking, even though he would kind of enjoy that. If you know, you know. And he can save a little bit of face so he can go and he can focus on family and take a step back from private life because to take a step back from public life so he can focus on his private life because he's been a public figure for so long. Like I said, it's more than likely that this was at least worked at some point in time, because when was the last time that you had a major head of state go through a public divorce, or at least a separation, whatever the hell they want to call it? I don't really care. Tradcuck relationship, leftist relationship, open relationship, which this probably was, but only with dudes. They all leave clues. Are these the sign Justin Trudeau's marriage was on the rocks? From an awkward TV kiss, yeah, it's pretty bad actually, with wife Sophie, to discussing their marital ups and downs. They hint that not all was well with couples as they split after 18 years. So yeah, Trudeau announced on Instagram of all places. On fucking Instagram, he decides, hi everyone, Sophie and I would like to share the fact that we're that after many meaningful and difficult conversations, we have made the decision to separate. Whose decision was it ultimately? It was mutual, which is coded language for, yeah, she got tired of your stuff, and now she wants half of it. As always, we remain a close family with deep love and respect for each other and for everything we have built and will continue to build for the well-being of our children. We ask that you respect our and their privacy. Yes, this comes from the asshole that wanted everybody basically microchipped. Anybody who protested against them to have their private bank accounts and their lives completely destroyed. He wants his privacy respected. Go fuck yourself. No, I'm not going to harass him, nor would I ever tell you guys to do that. Definitely do not. That's not being sarcastic or anything like that. Just leave this little fucker alone. He's well on his way to destroying his life. Even though I've seen some clips that I don't necessarily believe, but yo, take a look at this. This is that awkward kiss. Yo, they lean in and yup, she is done with that shit right there. That was in 2020. And I seem to recall, and I couldn't find it, and I tried so very, very hard to find it. But Trudeau, on his Twitter account, which is like, why would you post, of all of the accounts that you use, but no, on his Twitter account, posted an anniversary or something. I think it was for 2020. It was either for 2020 or 2021. Regardless, they posted this really awkward, really weird anniversary post to my lovely wife, Sophie, or something like that. And they were sitting on swings at what looked like a soundstage, and they were both wearing masks. It's like, you apparently live under the same house. But now all of that masking together as a couple starts to make a lot more sense if you guys were separated for a little bit longer than what you're leading on to make us believe. I'm just saying, maybe there's some dots here that need to be connected. In another moment caught in front of the camera, Sophie was seen brushing off her husband's offering a hand while getting the coof jab. Yeah, do they got that picture? Yeah, okay, so yeah, they got this the pictures of it here. So there he is with his very manly, I don't know, native, I was going to say deltoid tattoo, but I don't even know what to call an arm that is that smooth. Like, there is no muscular definition there at all whatsoever. Again, as somebody who subsists 100% on a soy-based diet, I wouldn't anticipate a different physique. But yeah, you can tell by the body language, she is shifting away from him. She has her knees together, hands placed on her lap, knees are pointed away from him, and he's just like, hi, come on. So she definitely left him. Okay, there was nothing mutual about that at all. We can go ahead and read between the lines, and there she is, like, what do you want, like a high five or something like that? Okay, cool, I'm going through all this theater, you fucking goof. I don't want to make you look like quite an asshole, but here we go. 2 years later, Justin and his wife were singing together at the King's coronation. Yeah, and imagine that, right? Like, I don't want to stick up for Trudeau. I hate everything that he's put this country through. Him personally, yeah, I could give a fuck. You can go and be another irrelevant former prime minister like Jean Chrétien and fucking Paul Martin. You just go ahead and you just go be resigned to the dustbin of history, former liberal prime ministers. But this bitch, he's taken her all around the world to the G20 summits, to the King's fucking coronation, something that hasn't been done in just about 80 goddamn years. And you think that you could do better? You really think that you could do better? Flying private jets, getting 6-digit speaking gigs being paid for by the taxpayer dollars. That was what, scandal number 3 or 4 from when it comes to Justin? Like, come on, you out of touch bitch. Sophie had a full plate while being a parent and a spouse in the public eye. Listen, I keep a close eye when it comes to politics in Canada. You can go ahead and take a look at my history. I've been on this shit for a long time, publicly, and then even privately. I've been paying attention for a very, 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 very long time. I've been politically active for a lot longer than many of your pundits or your favorite pundits have. And I'll tell you what, I didn't know her name. I knew that he had a beard. Wife. Definitely a wife. Definitely not trying to throw anybody off the scent. But yo, oh my god, just like Aisha Curry, who I really need to do a video on as well. The wife of Stephen Curry, who's trying to make him look like a total fucking cuck, Will Smith 2.0. But she sat down. This is Sophie Trudeau, or whatever she's going to be going by, which probably going to be going by Trudeau because there's still money in them there Trudeau hills. But she had a podcast interview with Meghan fucking Markle, like ding, 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 red lights, sirens, woo, woo, woo. No, don't do that. Yeah, in which the host introduced Sophie as knowing all about the crushing guilt of expectations in her role of what being basically the side. Like, you get to reap all of the fucking benefits. You get to fly everywhere. Your husband just fires a bunch of women and then just says that he's a, big feminist. It's like, okay, like, I don't know what your full plate is all about, but that's all right. Now you think you can do better. Go out there, spread your wings and start taking more dating advice from the likes of, well, Meghan Markle, who may or may not be on the outs with Harry, which, oh my god, if that thing ends, well, we know the first stop that Harry's going to be making is going to be down to the local hardware store to buy a length of rope. But here's somebody who's also handing out dating and marriage advice. Mia fucking Khalifa. Didn't recognize you without a load in your face, but here's this video is going absolutely fucking spastic all over social media right now. To be completely honest and fair, I haven't listened to a goddamn second of this. All I know is that this bitch spits absolute fucking bile whenever there's a video of her going around, so I thought, you know what? We might as well just tune in for a second. And wouldn't you know it, it's being posted originally by No Jumper. Yeah, it kind of speaks for itself now, doesn't it?
Oh, we're comparing stats. Baby girl doesn't know that I am Tom Brady at this game. Married at 18, divorced at 21. Second marriage, married at 25, divorced at 28. Third engagement, engaged at 29, ended it at 30, but I kept the ring. I'm still keeping Tom Brady on his toes.
Still, okay, oh my god. You do understand, okay? Myron from Fresh and Fit talks about this all the fucking time. Sorry, I had something, in the back of my throat, shout out Mia Khalifa. But no, guy game is attracting women. Woman game is retaining men. A former porn star doesn't quite get that she's not exactly on the same level. She is not the Tom Brady of marriages. Okay, that goes to Jennifer Lopez, who is currently putting, Ben Affleck through the ringer for the, in 6th or 7th time? Like, he's definitely not winning, okay? Let's keep that a buck. Like, you could tell, and it's moving into frame as well. Like, she's also, like, I don't know how old she is. I know that she's on, obviously, the other side of 30. Like, smoking dope and being a former porn star. Like, there's so many L's going on in this situation. Now she's just coping. And we haven't even gotten to her advice yet. It's just, okay, so even the framing off rip is just totally terrible. But you go, queen.
We should not be afraid to leave these men. We are not stuck with these people. Marriage is not a sanctimonious thing. It is
sanctimonious thing. Oh my god. You can't even use the correct terminology. She meant to say sacred, but of course, hey man, when you've taken as many dicks to the dome as she has, a little post-concussion symptoms are liable to pop up every once in a while. But again, if you were such an insufferable bitch, not one time, not twice, but 3 times over, maybe you gotta stop and take a look in the mirror. Just wonder, is it all of the guys that are leaving me that are the problem? Or what's the X factor in this situation? But she's still reasonably attractive. I wouldn't for a long-term relationship. What I do in the meantime? Well, I don't know. Maybe we could read a passage in the Quran for a second. I'm not pining for it. I'm just saying. I hear back shots are halal, but she is simply snitching on herself as being an absolute fucking loser. No, we should just let her continue on why the institution of marriage, as it's been eroded by behavior such as this, is no longer a sanctimonious institution.
It is paperwork. It's something. It's a commitment you make to someone.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you feel like
it's a commitment that you make to somebody, and then somebody's looking at you and going, okay, you go ahead and rationalize that, stupid.
You're not getting anything from that commitment, and you're trying, you gotta go. You gotta go.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what they were telling you. You gotta go. You gotta go.
You have to go. I know it's difficult to fill out paperwork and to make appointments and to do all of these things, but this is your fucking life.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why I don't know the backgrounds. I don't know the career opportunities that you missed out on by closing your legs and lying about the way that you made your name in the business. I think one of the guys was a chef and he threw you out on the street. It's either you or one of the other washed up hoes. I just thought that they could be born again virgins, but in actuality you realize that, hotels are very, very much a thing, and a leopard never really changes their spots. Even though that there's cream and Valtrex for that, you just can't get rid. Different kind of spots, right? But she's still got 5 seconds on this. Maybe it'll all be redeemed at the end by going, yeah, and I kind of fucked up. Anyways, thanks for watching.
You want to be stuck with someone? Period. Do you want to be stuck with someone?
Do you want to be stuck with someone? Yeah, no, okay. So again, what she's stuck with? That fucking joint that she has rolled up in her hands. Just the production value has definitely gone down through the years because, she has nobody financing her poor decisions, because the only thing that she was really good at, well, 8, 9, 10 dozen chicks are coming into the business every single day. So you're very superfluous. You are very replaceable. And she's finding that out in real time because, yes, as the days go on and the nights get longer, you are just losing value by every single self-aggrandizing video that you put out there. But while that was fairly stupid, even for the things that I've seen Mia Khalifa say, and just for the record, I've never actually seen one of her spicy videos. I've seen her do sports commentary, and boy, that's a category of fucking herself that I think would get you censored on YouTube, but it's still up there. It's not actually the dumbest thing that anybody has said on video today. That record goes to Al Sharpton, because as you guys probably know, I didn't really think it was newsworthy, so I'm not covering it today, so spoilers, Bud Light video after this. But Trump was arraigned for the 19th fucking time at this point. Realistically, all that's going to do is just pump him up in the polls, and if you want more on that, just go check out the video from yesterday. 20-minute breakdown of what I think the situation is all about, and is only going to help Trump, and is just going to make the spurgeoning in 2024 in November even greater. But the absolute dumbest thing, and it's still up on MSNBC's official fucking page, really thinking that they got a dunk on this one. You got Reverend Al Sharpton, the OG race baiter, the dumbest fucking man to have ever collected a paycheck from MSNBC, and trust me, that is a long-ass list. But this dumb motherfucker right here, we are looking at American history. Can you see, I could read it, but I could just let him sputter this out while everybody just goes, did this dumb motherfucker actually say this? And then just nod their heads like dunking birds. But listen to this. Check this out.
One day, our children's children will read American history. And can you imagine our reading that James Madison or Thomas Jefferson tried to overthrow the government so they could stay in power? That's what
I'll leave the link up to the rest of this video if you want to listen to it. But oh no, did he actually said this and nobody corrected him? Can you imagine the founding fathers overthrowing the government? Could you imagine that? Oh my god, there was so much stupidity said today. None of it by me, I'm perfect, but out of all of the dumb things that I've seen and heard and witnessed today, from the desecration of the justice system in the United States to hoes trying to justify and whitewash their honus, a man collecting a paycheck at a major news network doesn't understand the founding of the nation that is the only one on the face of this earth that could possibly employ somebody this stupid and give them such a big megaphone to speak their retardation into. Holy fuck. Well, to be fair to Al Sharpton, he doesn't think of anything in American history prior to the Civil War, and he's still under the idea that Lincoln was the good guy in that situation. Oh my god, maybe there is some secret to his weight loss. Maybe he really did try to go connect with his ancestors and spent a little bit too long out in the field, but you know, he's probably one of those ones, just like that other race hustler. Probably do some digging up his family tree and figure out real quick that, oh no, I was actually the guy who was buying some folks. Oh no. Maybe you'll have more in common with those founding fathers that were just good, upstanding citizens than he actually thought. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.